mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X podcast. I'm Malcolm, this is the Black Dot.
In the building, in the flesh.
Thank you guys for joining us for yet another show.
For another episode.
Thank you. Hope everybody is good. Hope everybody had a good week. How was your week, sir?
Weekend was good. You know, we still riding high off our launch.
Yes, we are.
And we appreciate the support that we've been getting so far. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just the overwhelming support of what we're about and what we do as we continue to build the Urban Excellence brand.
Right. So let's do a quick roll call. I see Omaha, Nebraska. Shouts out to y'all.
Okay, Milwaukee is in the building.
Brooklyn, of course, is in the building.
Louisville.
The Dominican Republic. Okay.
Ohio.
Shouts out.
Connecticut.
Is that Maryland in the building?
That's Jay Wu, my man Jay Wu in the building.
Cincinnati. Who else we got?
Georgia in the building.
Hartford in the building. Thank you.
Michigan in the house.
B-More. Atlanta checking in. Thank you for joining us for yet another week. It's 271 shows.
271 shows.
Yes.
I'm not going to clap up every time we do a show.
I know, but it's just...
No, it's an accomplishment.
I know.
It's an accomplishment.
But thank you for joining. Do we have any announcements? Now, our membership, our Urban Exclusive membership is back at $5.
Back at $5. Get it while it's hot.
Per month, or $50 for the year. We're coming up actually on the year mark. April 1st is when we first launched it. So that's where it's at. Steve Canal, thank you for the super chat.
Yes, appreciate the love and support always.
Of course, always. But yeah, so what else is up?
Man, everything else is good, man.
Right.
Everything else is great, ready to go.
All right.
Ready to get to this.
All right. Let's do it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys have been watching what's been happening during the Ketanji Brown Jackson. They call her KBJ for short. They just like, but her hearing as she's been elected for the Supreme Court role. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden elected her for that role. So everybody's being able to ask her questions, Republicans, Democrats. They basically getting a crack at what she stands for. They're asking her questions about her record and things like that. So when we first announced that she was elected to the Supreme Court, if you remember, when we were talking about it, I was like, I don't really know too much about her to really speak on, what she's about. People brought up her husband. I really just did not know too much about it to really give my full opinion. But as a result of these hearings, I didn't know that so much was being made of her record of how lenient she was on sex offenders, particularly people who were caught with child pornography and things like that.
Yeah.
People are really, really zeroing in on that fact, right? There was a case where for one of the people that was found guilty, the standard would have been to give this guy like 8 years or something to that something to that matter. She gave him like 3 months, and then he got out and then reoffended.
Oh, okay, obviously, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
that's a sickness, yes.
Yeah, so people are making it because, and it seems like only Republicans are harping on that fact, while Democrats, I don't know if you've seen with Cory Booker.
Cory Booker is the absolute worst.
That was
real giddy-uppy.
It was hard to watch.
That was real giddy-uppy.
Yes, it was hard to watch. So, and that's what it's been. Republicans going at it, Democrats are fawning over her.
Yeah, throwing a lob ball, softball pitches.
And what's happening is and this is the problem with identity politics, when we just draw these lines in the sand, like Republican or Democrat, that's what I rock with, that's what I care about, you miss the big picture. Because what's happening is, because she's a black woman and she's going up for the highest court in the land, everybody, all black people are just like, yo, for the culture, I'm rooting for her to do her thing. But then you start to just kind of peel back the layers on like her politics and what she's about, and you go, wait, I don't know if this is, I don't know if we should be rooting for representation for the sake of representation.
But that's always our problem.
Yeah.
Right? And another thing, one of the Republican senators asked her to define what a woman was.
That was interesting.
And she couldn't.
Yes.
This is a lady with a Harvard degree.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And they actually asked her, what is a woman?
Yeah.
And she stumbled and bumbled.
And you know
because
what?
Because of the climate that we're in.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, shit, I bleed, I got titties, vagina, uterus, all the things that make me a woman, the feminine energy. Yeah.
I listen, and she didn't want to trip herself up, but in the process, she tripped herself up.
In the process, she tripped herself up.
And
now,
that was rough too.
Back to the pedophile thing. Who is she in bed with right now?
What do you mean?
Who's her husband?
Oh, the white guy, I don't know his name.
Okay, he's a white guy, right? Don't think pillow talk don't play a fact. And I told you that these white boys are certain thing
coming out the gate.
Allegedly.
Coming out the gate.
Well, you came out the gate with the story.
True.
So I need to know. True. If I want to know what your politics are,
right.
I need to know where you getting your philosophy from, who you laying in bed with, who you looking up at the ceiling with, who you're talking to, what type of lifestyle do they live. You know what I mean? So when we start talking about these European men who are bisexual by nature.
Oh, God.
Allegedly.
Please hit the button.
Okay.
We're about to get canceled.
Based on, their whole culture. So usually it's another white judge that finds the leniency in a pedophile or something like that, usually.
Well, because what she's doing, and I watched some of it, she's like, the benefit of the doubt that we black people never get, she's giving to like actual sex offenders who have,
and we don't get none of them,
actually been caught with like child porn. And then somebody was making the point like, yo, for somebody to have child porn, that means a kid got violated.
Absolutely.
And then they recorded that, and then it's being white. Like, it's so much going on when it comes to like child porn and these sex offenders. So the fact that you're going like, yo, that's and 50, because she said something fly like, it was, in 15 minutes, it was not a mistake, but it could ruin their life to get 8 years.
Yeah, but if it let me sleep with a kid or get caught with a kid, and I'm up the river.
Yeah.
So let's not play these goddamn politic games.
Right.
So what my point I'm trying to make is, so we cooking early, is truth has to have a certain vibration to it, and it can't be color bound. We have to graduate as black people beyond he black, fuck it, I'm voting for her because she black, and this is a black moment. When you find out what their politics are and they don't benefit you, then you standing there confused.
Yeah.
All right. So. Even with Hillary Clinton, and she got hot sauce in her bag and all of that kind of stupid shit. You know what I mean? We have to understand that truth is an undeniable vibration. It has no color. It's just truth. It just is what it is. And until we elevate as a people that we're just dealing with truth, we're always going to find ourselves in a situation where we're voting because of our deep trauma. our deep pain and our deep trauma. We want to see black people win at all costs. But now we have to say we want to see black people win that's going to benefit us and push our agenda.
Yeah.
Once we get to that point, because then we won't even be voting Democrat.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And see, they automatically don't hustle hard for us because our vote is built in, because they know we definitely not going to vote Republican, when on the other side of things, the ones who may have more at stake that can help us in the long run could be a Republican. And we need to start pooling our money. I'm not going to get on my soapbox about all of that, but simply to say, we got a lot of growing up to do as black people. And graduate past. He killed 72 people in the hood, but a cop shot him. So we out here marching, acting fucking crazy from a fucking derelict who killed grandma, uncle, Bob, sold drugs, killed the community. You know, we have to graduate to a level of truth, and until we do so, we're gonna find ourselves in the perpetual bullshit. And Booker, oh my God, this is an amazing.
Me and you, sister, I was just
sister, this is an amazing moment. I just want to sit here and bask in the glory.
Yeah, I was just
yeah, we gotta stop.
Yeah, that was rough to watch. That was rough to watch, and it's funny because you can these same situation happened in reverse. Not really, but a few years ago when Brett Kavanaugh was in the running, when he was getting elected, and Democrats, or they I feel like they forget the questions they were throwing at him, and they were picking up his high school, like stuff he was doing in high school. I saw him at a party that this happened at high school. So so it's fair game, and I felt like we're seeing just the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? If this is your record, if this is what you stand by, you got to get called to task on that.
And because this is such a very powerful position that you're trying to be appointed to, we need to know where you stand on these issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And how are they going to benefit me? You letting pedophiles... Look, Kamala Harris...
She said something fly about like 8-year-olds and like 18-year-olds like being peers.
Yeah. See? Now, what kind of weirdo shit and parties is she going to? Her husband inviting her to, probably got her ass on a chain. Let me see.
Allegedly.
You know what I mean? Got her on some fucking chain doing some weird shit, because you don't ever say no 8-year-old. You don't even insinuate that an 8-year-old and an 18-year-old are on the same page ever.
Yeah.
We just don't do that. So skin folk ain't always kinfolk.
Yeah, and again, this comes from just like us not really staying informed on what's is happening. And I hadn't formed an opinion on her for a while until I just started like, okay, she can't answer that, or the fact that she said, I can't answer what's the woman because I'm not a biologist. That told me,
yes,
you don't stand strong in your convictions as a lawmaker or as somebody who is educated in, and as somebody whose opinion like we kind of are gonna have to follow, right?
Because that was a moment of truth,
right? And it's crazy. People are, they're excited. The first black woman to be, appointed to the Supreme Court, but she can't define what a woman is. Like, what's up?
Yeah, well, what kind of goofy shit is that?
What's up?
Ask me what define a man. I go, hold on 1 second. Plow! A1, baby. That's a man for you. And we'll go to break, and you know what I mean? So we need to stop with the craziness. I think every black person that Biden has appointed has a white counterpart. Not just to the court justice. He's appointed a few black women in positions, and they all got white counterparts. Unless I'm missing something. So what does that say in the grand scheme of things? I just think we need to grow up, because they don't respect us.
Yeah. Well, we barely respect ourselves. That's another conversation.
Yep, that's
for another day.
Yeah, true.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So today is actually Kyrie Irving's 30th birthday.
Or yesterday.
One or two.
Happy birthday, 30 years old.
And New York State just rolled back more mandates, so now he is actually allowed to play. He's cleared to play home games for the Nets.
We knew that was coming.
Yes, but that's tough, man. The man stood on his square.
And let me tell you what helped him. Baseball helped him.
Yeah.
See, because baseball season getting ready to start, and them white folks are not having it.
Aaron Judge is not even.
A lot of them, Aaron Judge, a lot of them high-profile baseball players did not get the jab. And you think opening day is going to come with America's pastime? And no, well, technically it's still America's pastime, right? And you think they're going to let that happen?
Propaganda
and not, you know what I mean? So he benefited from that, but it still doesn't negate the fact that he took his stance when a lot of people thought he was going to fold by now and just come out and play. And it means something. Mm-hmm. It means something to hold your nuts. It means something to stand for something at all costs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all of them announcers got to eat their shit now.
Oh, Stephen A.
Smith and all of them got to eat their shit now because the man is going to come back and play. And he's doing it on his terms. You don't have to like him off the court. I keep telling you, y'all got to get out of this personality worship shit. Can the man play? If that's what he's an artist on the court. You've never seen nothing like this before. This is once in a lifetime what you're seeing, his ability to get any shot he wants from anywhere on the court, right?
Yes.
So, for that, politics bled over into sports, and it happens from time to time since Muhammad Ali days and Bill Russell and Kareem, all the way up into, Jackie Robinson up until today. And this was the latest of a series of stance that he took. And I'm happy for him because, like I said, they're going to need an extra wheelbarrow to roll his nuts out.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be on the court. His nuts ain't even going to show up yet. His nuts don't show up until they make the announcement. Bring his nuts in. Yeah. Right? So he did his damn thing, and he's going to get cooking now. So I salute.
Yeah, super tough.
Happy birthday.
Super tough, yeah.
All that good stuff, man.
Yeah, happy for him.
You don't even have to be a sports fan to
also, real quick,
have to appreciate that.
Birthday shout outs. Hold on. Birthday shout out to Chief Wahoo. I think I got your name in the thing. But yeah, his 38th birthday. He's gonna be in NYC. He said for the birthplace of hip hop. I think he's coming to the Bronx hopefully. Shouts out to you. Happy birthday to you.
Shouts
brother.
out.
Thank you for the super chat. And K Davis, thank you for the super chat as well.
Yes.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So people were sending us this story on Monday when they were talking about Mason, Tennessee. And, I said, I'll read up on it, and people were sending me a lot of information about it. So in Mason, Tennessee, a predominantly black town, right? Mm-hmm. There's about to be a $5.6 billion Ford plant that's going to be built nearby that's going to directly benefit that town, obviously.
Yes.
Jobs, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
But the state comptroller wrote the town's elected officials and basically said that their funds have been mismanaged for the last 20 years and is threatening to remove their charter, basically erasing that town, right? And they're likening it to a hostile takeover. There's a lot of what's happening.
I've never heard any shit like this before.
Me neither. This is
in my
wild.
Life. So they can hostile take over a town because they feel that the constituents of that town
will benefit.
Have been mismanaging funds. This whole country has been mismanaged.
I'm sure if you look into any one of these towns, if you look really deep into
please
funds,
right.
If you really look into the spending, you'll see some mismanagement somewhere.
Absolutely. It's built on every check they gave you. Why do you think they was dispensing money with the not only the PPP loans, the stimulus, they just was dispensing food stamps, because the more money they dispense, the easier it is for them to pull back the money they need. So when they come in and they say, we're giving Ukraine $75 million, that means we can get $20 million back out of that. Yeah. Put this in that pocket, take it out of that pocket.
Biden actually just approved another $1 billion to the Ukraine
so that means
refugee effort because 100,000 Ukrainian refugees are going to be coming here.
Okay, so what that means is that's an additional $150 million that can go unaccounted for because these people are crooks by nature. So when you start peeling back a little small African American town or indigenous people's town, and now you want to start going through with a fine comb because a plant that's going to make them level them up with great jobs and great opportunities, and then probably your neighboring hit town of hillbilly trailer park white boys are struggling. You know what I mean? So we know that this is politic driven. I don't even need to hear the rest of the story, but tell it to me.
Oh, that's really all I got for right now, because what's this guy's name? Jason Mumpower, who was a Republican, and apparently, you know, he's known for this, and he said Mumpower actually threatened this from an article. He threatened to block the town's leaders from spending more than $100 without his say-so. So he's really trying to muscle his way into this.
And I heard the mayor of the town, I believe it was the black lady.
The vice mayor, yes.
The vice mayor. And she said, this has been 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And they said, well, who was in charge 20 years ago? She said, white people.
Yeah.
So we've been fighting this battle. Somebody can dump something on you, and because it's just a small town, and if there's not an influx of cash or an influx of jobs coming through that small town, you're just running in place. Everyone here is just trying to survive. So miss me with all of this, and whoever his name is, what's his name?
Jason Mumpower.
I thought about this long and hard. Fuck Jason Mumpower.
Yeah, fact. You have to think hard about that one.
Yeah. I was making it funny, like I thought about it for about 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's done.
Yeah, so pay attention to that, guys.
Absolutely.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So last year, I think it was, Barbados removed the Queen of England from their, official.
They took off the money too.
Yes, took off the money. They removed her because, there was like, we don't have a queen no more. Like what is she here for? So who's it? Prince William and his wife, they went to Jamaica recently. They've been going under pressure trying to keep all the countries that are within the Great Britain, like the Commonwealth.
Empire,
the Commonwealth. They're trying to make sure everybody's all good. But everybody is, like, they're watching what Barbados did. They watch what other countries are trying to do. So they've been stopped with protests, and a lot of the stops that they're making, right?
Okay.
So they went to Jamaica. The same thing happened. And people were like, yo, like, we don't need the queen. You know, so we want to remove the queen from head of state, or I forget what it's called. But they're trying to remove that, and they're calling for reparations from England.
I like it.
I like it as well.
Fuck you, pay me.
I like it as well.
You see how smooth that was? I like it.
Right.
I'm not going to say I'm Jamaican too. My great cousin, nephew, related to my uncle on my father's side is Jamaican. And I'm not going to say they don't need to get their money.
Right.
Because, no, I like that shit. Get that money.
Right.
Make them pay. Shit, yeah.
Yeah. And you know, it's crazy. Like, when I read this story, and that was like my first thing, like, oh, that's yeah, should get your reparations.
Without an instant, just bang.
And then I tried to make a point that because that's Jamaicans' business, right? That's your business.
Right.
I don't see.
It's rooted in your struggle, your suffering.
I just don't think that if there was a Black American who had a TV show in Jamaica, something would be speaking against reparations for Jamaicans, because why would you?
That wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't make any sense, right?
Any sense at all.
And, you know, I was met with people online. A couple of people I went to high school with were just like, you know, just fighting me on something I agreed with them. Because they're Jamaican, I think. I think their parents are Jamaican. And they were arguing with me down. I'm just like, yo, bro, I agree with you. You guys deserve reparations. However, I don't think Black people are going to insert themselves into that conversation.
They have no right to.
They have no right. We have no right to. And it's just not our business. But at that same time, I don't want to, you know, that's a can of worms I just don't feel like opening either.
Don't do it.
So I won't.
Don't do it.
But yeah, I won't. But congrats to you guys. I hope other, you know, Caribbean nations start to see that example and follow that example.
Absolutely.
Because, like, what are y'all doing with these white people? I'm seeing some nasty pictures.
Yep.
Of William and his wife, and, you know, basically giving charity to these Black people. You don't need it. We don't need, like, y'all don't need it. We don't need it. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
That is a fact.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, okay, so you showed me a video, right? So we were talking about the Mason, Tennessee stuff, right?
Yeah.
And at first, I watched an interview with Roland Martin, and he did what he did with the vice mayor of Mason, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right? And you showed me another video of Roland Martin, and I'm not going to lie, I was shocked.
He went off.
Yes, he went off. He basically got at everybody who's been talking about him on YouTube and on Instagram. He was like, y'all talking about me because y'all saying I'm in the bootleg. And he said, yeah, M, so what?
I'm in the bootleg, nigga.
Like,
He said I'm Kappa. I got the suit on.
He's an alpha. But
Alpha, whatever he said.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, the black elite, I'm with that.
Yeah.
And what are you Hotepper niggas doing?
He said.
He didn't say Hoteppers. I do that in there.
You just said.
You know me.
You gonna have somebody go see him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I threw that in there, you know. But he was basically saying and confirming what you already should know, right? There is an upper class of black people who feel that they are the movers and shakers, the ones who can get the shit done because you Negroes don't even know what the hell if you're coming or going. Right? So they feel that they are the educated ones. They are the rich ones. They are the elite ones. They are the keepers of the secret. They're the ones who report to the king, and they represent all of us because they are going around getting people elected. He said, when the last time y'all got somebody elected to office? Or when did somebody y'all... And he went off, and he bought it raw. I was very surprised.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh.
Yeah, he got at Boyce, he got at Vicky, he got at a few people.
Yeah.
To say, like, you know what I'm saying, stop it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit about your little YouTube
But you know what's crazy?
shenanigans.
But you know what's even funnier? The fact that he feels like he's gotten, like, you know, they've gotten people elected is even more concerning to me because it's like you think you're actually playing this game.
You think getting people elected is how we gonna get free.
Right. You get what I mean? It's just
So
like,
that's the goofy shit. No, but that's the way they think. They
Yeah.
think they're going to be able to come and sit beside Europeans
Right.
and through a voting counting system level the playing field, or maybe not level the playing field. Just keep the 10%, the ones who got a few dollars, the ones who live in the gated communities, you know, the ones who kids go to these integrated. That's what success is defined to them. And we're in a fucking war for humanity. Shit ain't got nothing to do with your politics. And that's the problem. And they also know, because he also mentioned some Masonic shit too.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He did, right? So they are the ones who are keeping you from your true history, your true heritage, and your true birthright of who you are, because we all possess the same powers, the same mental, physical, and spiritual capacities to raise ourselves up and get ourselves out of this. It has become their duty with every Masonic center across the board to keep you in perpetual darkness and help these Europeans stay in power. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell you and nobody say. All right? And the Masons, there's levels to that shit. There's, like I said, the ones who just give the goddamn fish fries and have the parties. I'm not talking about them niggas. I'm talking about the movers and the shakers. When you're supposed to go through door left, or door, they give you a choice which door you go through, and you go through a specific door that leads to a life of homosexuality and all that other shit and satanic worship. I'm not fucking around with y'all tonight. Y'all want it, I'm gonna give it to y'all. So that takes you through that process. I keep telling you, the isolated part of the pyramid is where that real shit go on. The rest of you niggas is just recycling energy going back and forth. There is a leap. And that space, that separation, that's the leap, right? That's when all the weird shit goes on. Not many want to make that leap. The ones who do make that leap are in with the elite, the boule. They can do what the hell they want to do, and they are protected. So a lot of these people walking around, athletes, rappers, celebrities that you think are your friends, are not. We are in a war, and this ain't got nothing to do with politics. This has to do with your soul. You know what I'm saying? This has to do with you making it to the next paradigm and shifting over, and them trying to keep you in this third dimensional shit, dealing with fucking basketball games and fucking, movie premieres and shit. Yeah.
All right. So we'll take a commercial break on that note.
Okay, we'll go to commercial break.
Yes. We'll be back.
The names are inspired by men and women that, again, have impacted me, have impacted history, who have done great things. And that's the core of what my business is. I always want to focus and center on Blackness, Black excellence, and the greatness that we've contributed to society. Luxury, Black, inspired.
What we're going to do is visit two past lives, life between lives, 5, 10, and 20 years into the future. Welcome back, y'all. Who wants to share first?
I was in the Ming Dynasty era. I was a man.
I was a crystal healer. They were showing me picking roots and plants and stuff.
So the first life, I believe I was in Egypt. I was in front of like this tall grass field, and I was just like studying the grass and watching it sway. And I was very big. I was green and I was tall.
You know, with the Lion King, when Simba went on top of the mountain and can oversee everything, I was a deer on a hill or top like that, and I was just like, wow.
I go through another portal, and this time I'm underwater. I'm in my mid-50s. I can breathe underwater. I have paws, and I can glow. I'm bioluminescent. I transition into this other body. I was a man. I was lanky. Had like this best friend that was a bear, and I could talk to animals.
And we're back.
And we are back. We are in the mix. You can hear us here. We're great.
Yeah.
We want to bring in a guest real quick.
Yeah, this is something new we're going to be starting to do with people who advertise with us, because we want to give them a chance to fully explain what they do.
Absolutely.
Fully explain, where they're coming from and why their business and is significant as well.
Yes.
So the first one we have
is Sister Aaris.
Yes, Aaris Sturrup, the one who you just saw her commercial. We're going to talk about some insurance and why that's important. So
let's bring her in.
Let's bring her in.
Yareem Sock, thank you so much.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Hey, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. How you doing?
Okay. I'm doing good. good. Hi, Black Dot, Mama Dot, Malcolm. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good.
Great to hear from you. And thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule just to rock with us for a little bit. We wanted to talk to you about your business and just talk to you about the importance of life insurance so that our brothers and sisters can understand its significance.
Absolutely, and I appreciate it. I have to say, before I start, I have to say that I appreciate each of you so much, especially, I mean, I already appreciate you guys, but especially after watching the family, business, I love you guys, and I appreciate all your hard work that you put into, making everything happen. So I appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there an echo or anything before I start?
No. Well, we hear you loud and clear.
You hear? Okay, perfect. So, as everyone knows, my name is Aaris, and I am a licensed insurance agent. I live in California, but obviously I have licenses in other areas. So tonight, I really just want to talk about the history of insurance and then go into why it's important. Because I don't think many people know the history of life insurance when it comes to the Black community. So, I'm pretty sure a lot of us are familiar with redlining and, how that prevented us from getting home mortgages, and that obviously kept us out of the financial wealth building with real estate. Well, life insurance was actually the same way, during the Jim Crow era and civil rights. There actually was what they called race-based policies, which would offer, a Black person a policy that's way less than what they would offer a white person, which would then in turn, of course, make our premiums even higher, even though we're not getting as much, but our premiums were higher, which helped to, widen that wealth gap, for the Black and white community. And of course, even though race-based policies don't exist anymore, that financial wealth gap is here, it's just here. So insurance is definitely a tool that could be used to help, build that generational wealth. I feel like in our community, sometimes people, when it comes to insurance, I think because of history, some people have a bad taste in their mouth, when it comes to insurance and insurance agents and stuff. But I just want to say I'm here to help. I'm not a salesperson. I always say I'm not a salesperson. I'm here to educate. I educate, I let you see your options, and then from there, you make the decision. But definitely insurance is something that's needed, and I don't think many are aware, but it's based off of mortality. So the younger you are, the more affordable it is. If you have children, definitely children's policies are a must because, again, our white counterparts, they're getting policies for their children to where when they enter into adulthood, they have a nice, cash cushion that they can play with.
Absolutely.
Buy a home with, go to college, start a business, all with life insurance. And I don't think many of us know that those type of products exist.
So let me ask you, is this your only business? You created this family business. Tell me about that aspect of it and the support you get from your family, and what made you want to, delve into this aspect of things.
Absolutely. So, actually, I come from a medical background. I was a nurse for 10 years before I even thought of going into insurance. But after I had my second child, who's now 4, I just made the decision not to go back. I had already, me growing up in the Nation of Islam, I'm already, I guess, conscious of certain things that go on in America. But I say that around 2015, I really started to just become more aware and, conscious of more things. So it kind of put a bad taste in my mouth in the medical field because I just didn't feel right preaching certain things to my patients, even though I knew, it wasn't right,
Yes.
So, yeah. So after I had my second child, I just made a decision not to go back to work. And I have to shout out my husband because I live in California, and the part of California where I live is expensive. So we definitely, were at that time a 2-parent household that needed 2 incomes, to function. And when I told him, like, no, I'm not going back, he could have talked trash to me. He could have been like, no, you're going to go back.
Right.
But he didn't, like he was on board. He embraced me, and, we kind of just made it work. I will say what led me to insurance, I say about 2020, during the whole C-19 era. I was still looking to work in the medical field from home, but I just, my soul wasn't in it. It just didn't feel right. So I kind of took a step back and put it in the hands of the universe. And from there, I definitely was guided into insurance, because just different signs, different things that I was seeing, I would listen to certain stuff and feel like they were talking to me. So I was just like, all right, universe, like, I'm rolling with you. If this is what you're saying I should do, like, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
And that I did, and I've been doing it ever since. And I have to say, like, I love it. I love it because, like I said, I'm not a salesperson. I want to educate. I want to be there to help my community and help us build that wealth, and like, I think that one time you said, don't focus on just like a $10,000, $15,000 policy. Like, get a 6-figure, policy,
Absolutely.
7-figure policy, so then that way, even after, the burial expenses are taken care of, your family still has a nice financial cushion to not only survive, but to go on and do bigger and better things,
So I have 2 questions from the chat right now. So first question from Ahmad asked about felons and life insurance. Like, is there a different barrier for somebody who's wants a convicted felon to get life insurance?
Yes. So I don't know about all companies. I know the company that I work with, our policy for felons is if the felony is more 10 years or more, like older, I guess, then you're okay. And same thing, like if you're not currently on probation, you're okay. And then also, if you are on probation, like it just depends on what you're on probation for.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and that decision will have to come from underwriting. I don't work in underwriting, so I don't know how they base their decision, but I know for sure when it comes to felonies, 10 years or more is usually, the thumb rule.
Got it. And the next question I have is, somebody asked, can you elaborate on the nest egg or how the nest egg for children works? Like, if we buy a policy at birth, are they able to spend what they've accumulated?
Yes. So that's actually a good question. Yes. So when you get a policy at birth for your child, obviously it's going to go based off of your income, how much you are comfortable paying a month.
Got it.
But I will say the more face amount, and the face amount is what we call like the death benefit, but the more face amount you have, the more cash value that will accumulate. And then, yes, once that child, well, actually not even when the child becomes an adult, as soon as there's money accumulating, you can definitely start to use it. I don't advise that. I advise to kind of just let it grow.
Let it grow.
Just let it, pay your pay the monthly premiums, let it grow. And then, you'll have a really nice cushion, for your child to be able to work with.
So where can you be reached?
Yes. So my number is, for if you want to call or text me, my number is 951-319-1059. I also have my business Facebook page, which is, it's, facebook.com/my name, Aaris, Aaris, my last name Sturrup, Sturrup NYL.
Got it.
And I have to say, even if I'm not licensed in your state, don't let that be a reason not to reach out to me, because the process of me getting a non-resident license in other areas is a really simple process. So
yeah, she got New York quick. Yeah.
Yeah, New York was actually really quick. I don't know. I think the stars were aligned for that one.
Right.
Yeah, it was really quick. But, the process is really easy. So just don't let that, deter you from reaching out to me. Like, I want to be there to help you all. So definitely, reach out to me.
So we want to salute you on your family business. We want to salute your husband for showing you support.
Facts.
Because we are big on that. We love you. And we thank you for taking time, and we'll talk to you soon.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
we got business anyway. We got
Yes.
Yes, we do. We do. We definitely do. And I love you guys too. And just thank you so much for, the support. Like I said, I've been sitting on this for a while, but thank you so much for your love and support. And I just appreciate all you guys as well.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
All right.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
All right, that was dope.
That's what it is. That's a new segment.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll be doing Neoshi next.
That was dope. I like that. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
enjoyed
Oh,
that
yeah.
just
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And it gives people a better view of what people are offering.
Because sometimes you got to actually just get in front of the people.
Yeah.
One thing to have your products out there, but when you get in front of the people and you show passion about your product, it could be the difference between, you know what, I like her energy, I feel her spirit, I'm ready to rock with her. So yeah, shout out Aaris. Little segment we're gonna be putting in there.
Yeah. And her number is pinned in the chat right now if you're watching us live. And if you're listening right now, it is 951-319-105 59, I think. I got that wrong. I'm dyslexic. I'm slow, y'all. Oh, but it's in the description below as well. And on our website. And on our website in our directory.
Yes.
Tab. Right?
Yes.
All right, so let's get going.
Let's get back to it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Did you hear about the male birth control?
No, I didn't hear about the male birth control. Tell me all about it.
So, researchers at the University of Minnesota, they are saying that they are ready to start trials on the male birth control. Apparently, they think they can get it up to 99% effective rate and stuff like that.
Okay.
Interesting for a couple of reasons, right?
Okay.
Birth control has been around for how many years?
Long time,
right?
Long time.
So male birth control, something that is new, right? Like I'm talking about contraceptive, not condoms,
right.
Like something you like a pill that you take, right? That is very new, but you see that there are steps to take before something gets approved for the human body to take.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they're taking steps necessary to make sure clinical trials are happening and things like this to make sure that, there aren't lasting effects. I'm not taking them anyway.
Of course not.
I'm just saying, but I just thought that was interesting enough.
Well, that has so many different open layers to it.
Facts.
Anytime you're talking birth control, we're talking the control of black people in the grand scheme of things.
That's who.
So that we don't overpopulate and overrun a minority people globally, where we might be a so-called minority in this country. We're talking globally.
Right.
So when we start speaking globally, we're talking about the annihilation of a certain people.
Right.
We cannot be annihilated.
Right.
Period. We are just who we are. And so whenever I hear birth control, I cringe. Now, obviously, that is your choice.
Yeah.
You don't want to have baby, and the biorhythm gets out of control, and I might be drunk, and what day is it? Oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And all of those things. But remember, the only way back on the planet is we got to do some fucking. So they know that. They know we fuck with no reason at all. It could just be a cookout.
Right.
We'll start fucking. Right. We don't need no special occasions, nothing. It's just gonna go down. I also made what some people, they cringed at it. It was on the after show when we had Obar here. I said my mother and father should not have been fucking at 15. But I'm glad they did. Because Black Dot's here. That was wrong for them morally. They should have been in school getting an education.
Right.
But you know what they was doing?
They made you.
They was fucking.
And then, ipso facto, I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Ipso facto, you're here, and now Noble's here.
True.
So, you see what I'm saying?
True.
So we understand this process of how we live on. Everyone is not as fortunate. The birth rate of Europeans is very low. Mm-hmm. So whenever you see what are them centers all around the country?
Planned
Parenthoods.
Yes.
And now the male, they're going to be pushing this on. I guarantee they're going to get some rappers to promote this.
I think Kodak Black just posted about that.
I guarantee.
Yeah, I think he just posted about that. Yeah,
I'm guaranteeing it because I ain't out here trying to have no shorties. Now shorty can't say I got her pregnant, because she trying to have a baby and steal my money. That's the angle they're gonna take on it.
Yeah.
And then you niggas gonna be like, what, that is right. Wait a minute, baby, before we go and have that. This ain't even Viagra. I can see a nigga saying, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm needing to meet about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I'm on your ass, girl. I can see that. Not, I want to protect the environment. I want to make sure I don't have
because once the conversation,
some crazy shit.
The conversation around when they talk about, they talk on both sides of their mouth, right? So Bill Gates says there's overpopulation, like there's too many people on the planet, not enough resources. Someday it's all gonna implode on itself. And then they write articles on the low birth rate of just millennials. Millennials aren't having kids. Millennials aren't having kids. Which one is it?
Yeah. Is it
Uchiwali? Was it one mic? Like,
which one is it? Which one is it? Yeah.
And anytime they start talking about resources when it comes to like the birth rate, and like I saw a study somewhere, and it's not even close to being where we're like actively affecting like the natural resources on this planet. Like it's not even close to something to that effect. Like it's like the planet.
There's so much abundance on this planet.
Right.
But the whole game is to make you think that there's scarcity.
Right.
And in that scarcity, we're chopping each other down. We're pulling each other back. And then we're scared this one's going to get ahead.
Right.
In under the guise of scarcity, when there is an abundance of everything we want here on this planet.
And then when the conversation begins, they try to turn it on to like personal responsibility, right? That's what the whole like Planned Parenthood thing is about. And yes, people should have autonomy over what they do with their bodies and if they decide to have kids or not. But when the conversation begins to go black women are, out of wedlock, or once the conversation gets to that, then you see the agenda surrounding,
of course,
Planned Parenthood, and you look into the history of Margaret Sanger, and you start.
If you believe in, someone coming back to raise us, the anointed one, the enlightened one, the Christos, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, how they gonna get here?
Right.
If all the gateways are, you know what I'm saying, that people are just flushing babies out by the millions, how's it gonna get here? And another thing, through all of the craziness, let me tell you how crazy or how in sync black people are. HIV, they said you could die from having sex. Literally, you could die. And we was like, I'm going in.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you this is a natural process for us. It slowed down for about a week or two. Then you started playing back in your mind, little nasty shorty you might have been with. And when you're you know what? But then, bro, because this is what we do.
Yeah.
We live on forever and ever and ever through the blood, through the DNA, through the penis. We all wrote in on one. I'm starting to think, this is just me, and this is going to sound controversial, having a dad is overrated. Yeah. It is overrated. I mean, if you have one, that's great. No, listen, hear me out.
There you go.
Hear me out when I say this. What I mean by that is, I don't mean it's overrated. Of course, it's great to have a dad to guide and all that. I get all that shit. But for those who are using that as an excuse.
Oh, say that.
Not to
lead with that.
Accomplish your goals.
Lead with that one.
Because would you rather not be here at all, still be swimming around in your dad's nutsack, or even worse, he'd be on the pill, kill you in the sack. At least in the sack, you swimming around with your other boys. Yo, what's going on, son? Oh shit, get dressed. Man, the alarm is going off, and we racing to see who get here. Instead of that shit, you just dead in the sack, or you could be here with an opportunity to become an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, a ball player, a hustler, crack dealer, whatever. You have an opportunity to be here. So I don't want to mince my words. Of course, dads are here. But the animal kingdom, they don't play that shit. You don't ever see them with their kids at your age. Son, I'm still with you.
True.
Soon as you can walk,
Yeah.
they be like, they say, I'm gonna show you this shit one time. You see that deer? Watch this.
Eat it.
Pay very close. I'm feeding you. This is it. After this, you on your own. How many times you see that little penguin and he start falling behind and shit, and you watch him, please don't leave him. And he just like, and then he just get left behind, and now he on his own. They don't give a fuck. I seen birds. I seen the mother bird fly, and the baby bird like, a little bit, and they say, all right, I'm gonna show you this shit one more time, and she take off, and she gone, and he said, bleep, 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 and then you flop out and shit, and you start flapping. You might die, you might not. They don't fuck around in the animal kingdom.
It's true.
We the only ones providing housing and your beds,
changing diapers,
and paying college tuition and leading you along. They ain't got no Pampers. They just poop, bloop, 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 and they just keep on walking and living. We the only ones do this shit. That's all I'm saying. That's my rant for the day, guys.
You should have led with that, because
I'm sorry. I didn't mean you don't need a father.
Yeah, people.
And even that's some moral shit, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, of course you need guidance, but come on, man. Come on. Some of you niggas is 35, 40 years old still at home. You got to take a chance, man. You got to get out there and fly.
True.
Got to go up on the rooftop. Take a leap. Go get a job. Something.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Do the penguin walk again? Let me see it.
He be with them and shit, and then they be like, and they be getting further and further away. I be like, I be rooting for that little penguin. Come on, little man, you can do it and shit. She might look behind one time and be like, wasn't that count? She count 12, 13. All right, well, this is.
We lost one.
We lost one.
We lost one.
That's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's life. Rest of this shit is bullshit.
So, I don't know if you guys are aware, right? There was a major death in politics. This woman named Madeleine Albright.
Albright, yeah.
She died, right? I think she was like 84, something. She was old. Mm-hmm. But you know how politicians do. When they die, everybody just revisionist history. They whitewash the entire history.
Yeah, they whitewashed. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she was a brave woman, strong woman. Then people started pulling up the files.
Ooh.
Like Loaded Lux in the third round against Calico. They said we kept the files.
We kept the files.
Yo, they got her talking about, because she was she was a refugee, and somebody said she was a refugee, then she created 500,000 refugees herself, because she was one of the people advocating for the Iraqi war and the Iraqi sanctions that would happen as a result. Mm-hmm. As a result of her sanctions, a lot of kids starved, a lot of kids died. Somebody asked her on TV, do you think all this death was worth it, for the sanctions? She said, yes, it was worth it.
Wow.
On TV, on national TV,
national
she said
TV.
that. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And she has
Albright.
Yes, she has a bunch of different.
What's wrong with her face?
She's white. They don't age well.
Oh, okay.
White women don't really age well like that.
Her face look kind of crazy.
And if you evil, you know what I'm saying? If you evil, you already don't age well at that. You know what I'm saying? They just, hell is just kind of sucking you in from
that is true.
Below, and her face is just kind of sinking and stuff like that.
That is true. She was very hideous.
Yeah.
Very hideous.
So yes,
I don't want to speak about that during her death, but
I don't care.
She was hideous.
She spoke very illy about people around the world. And the thing, like I said, she was a refugee herself. And
that's what happened when you get in with the good old boys on this side.
Yes.
You forget where you came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take another commercial break.
No, it's not time yet, man.
It's not. My fault, G. My fault.
Come on, man.
Okay, how about this? Did you hear about 2 of Epstein's islands being put on sale for like $126 million?
A piece or like
together?
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So remember, people say he was on his island.
No, remember they got that water island. What's that?
Time out. They got a what?
I know that sounded crazy.
Okay.
A water island.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like Plaza Stripes. But what I'm trying to say is, I forget the name of it. It's sovereign land on the water.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of sovereign land, Jordan Maxwell.
Yes.
Has passed away.
He did pass away, yes.
And a lot of people may not know who Jordan Maxwell is. He was an occultist. He revealed Masonic secrets, occult secrets, numerology. He dealt with maritime law the first time I heard it. I know the Moors and them been teaching it was through Jordan Maxwell, white guy, who taught about the law of the land and the law of the water, which a lot of people were not familiar about. He broke down the metaphysics of the sun for a lot of people. So you thinking S-O-N and all of that's related to the S-U-N, and Jesus had 12 disciples. Well, the sun has 12 zodiacs that go around it. Jesus gave his life so that you may live. Well, the sun gives off its vibrant life, so vegetation and heat, so that we may live. Jesus walked on water, but when the sun is setting, it looks like it's coming across the water. All of these things were metaphors, and you don't go to church on Sunday, S-O-N day, you go on S-U-N day. So let's be clear, Jordan Maxwell. Now, if you could get past the fact he was a white guy, which I had no problem with, you got to remove your ego. The information he was delivering was on point. It was unbiased information. Him and Bill Cooper are the only two white guys I really rock with. And he wrote Behold the Pale Horse. So Jordan Maxwell has recently passed away. I went to his website, his Twitter page, and there it was. So salute to a soldier who at least was trying to bring truth and clarity to a lot of people. And a lot of different things. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. He dealt with Saturn and Saturday and what all of that stuff means, and Moon Day and Monday. All of these things was really deep. So salute.
And it was maritime law, which you was looking
maritime law.
Thank you to the chat.
Yes, maritime law was what he was dealing with. And the difference between, so that segued back into the Epstein piece, because I told you before, he had a dual citizenship. Grizel, what's her name?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
You're ruining names.
I know. Fuck her too.
True.
Right. So she said she had a dual citizenship on land, and I forget the name. Tarazak. Don't quote me on the name. Where it's a sovereign water. They got these damn ships that can go underground, overground, so they're not bound to any land. I would not be surprised if Epstein is still alive, that he's there. He don't need the actual physical land no more, and you can't touch him because he's the sovereign of this land. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Yep.
Okay, interesting. I saw plans, I'm not sure how true it is. I saw plans to expand Manhattan.
Taramar, thank you. I love this goddamn chat, man.
Y'all are clutch.
They are smarter than the host.
Y'all are clutch.
They clutch. Yes.
Yeah, so I saw like plans to expand Manhattan, like
really?
More streets and stuff like that, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that's about.
Me neither.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
So now we can go to commercial.
Break. Somebody said, I think Lord knows said I'm like BET with all these commercial breaks. Listen, man, we got to pay these bills. All right, we'll be back.
So, you want to know what we do and how we do it. Well, we got a step-by-step booklet for you to get to keep your game on track.
Yes, so we are introducing the Family Business Course, right? Where we're teaching 4 different components on running an online family business. That's podcasting, YouTube, self-publishing, and t-shirt printing.
And
right?
we also have a bonus course.
We do. We also have a bonus course teaching how to build your own membership.
Yes.
And how we were able to build our own as well. Step by step, line by line. We teach you even how to make the actual software for the membership. We teach you how to do all of that stuff.
Crazy.
Right? And an extra bonus is I threw in the ebook to Urban Excellence along with the video interviews. Never before seen the footage.
Drop the mic.
Never before seen footage. And the reason why I did that is because I want to show families the 11 stories of people who also created their own businesses as well, who also overcame trials and tribulations as well. And I think it's all relevant to, building your family business. So that's what we want you to go get.
We have a free ebook. It's absolutely free. And we have free online training, a free mini course to get you started.
Yes.
We recommend that you download, hit the link below, get the free ebook.
Yes.
Take the free training, and then take that leap. And we're going to be here every step of the way.
Yes. So hit the link below and visit www.urbanx.nyc/family. Or just hit the link below.
Peace.
Peace.
What makes a great t-shirt? Is it fashion, fit, comfort? Is it what's printed on the front of the shirt? Whether it's a humorous message, political, or a social statement made to bring awareness to a noble cause? At Urban X TV, we believe that all of those things make a great t-shirt and then some. So we wanted to create a t-shirt line that was a little bolder, a little bit more challenging, one that stepped out of the boundaries. So we decided to introduce to you our Not So Subtleties. It's one that speaks to the sentiments of what's going on in our environment today. It's one that will spark conversation. So log on to urbanx.nyc to pick up your Not So Subtleties today, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel. We thank you for your support. Peace.
See, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Just a little commercial break. You can run to the bathroom, get some water, come back.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, but we have to, because we're independent media.
Yes.
And independent means we need your support.
Yes.
Because if not, it's gonna be some Pepsi commercials up in this motherfucker. I'll be doing fish sandwich wraps like Pusha T in this motherfucker. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Y'all be like, damn, they changed. Yeah, well, we kept asking you to give us $5 or support this shit. I'll be in here doing Pepsi.
Yeah. So as you just saw, don't forget to visit urbanx.nyc/family to get your free ebook and free mini course training, and then get started on the family business. It's time to join the family business.
Yes, of course.
I'm about to bring you. I'm about to, make you made men. You know what I'm saying? Made
Yeah.
men, you know what I'm saying? Prick your finger. You know what I mean?
And listen, I know a lot of y'all been ready to get your commercial up here, and you like, I don't really know. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. And remember, we do it for the month for you, and you can continue because you got to be in people's faces constantly. Y'all know that's how advertising work, right? Mm-hmm. You don't just show your commercial one time and expect people to go, you know what? I like them. They got to see it constantly. They got to hear about it. It's got to go down into the subconscious in the inception mind where you kick a chair, spill a glass of water, bounce a ball, turn the radio on, deep down in your inception. Yeah.
All right.
So that's what we do.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Somebody said, Queen said, did we talk about the Chinese plane? Yeah, we did. We spoke about that on Monday.
Yeah, did you see the Mike Tyson exchange?
When the guy wanted to fight him.
When the guy pulled the joint out on him?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yo, but Mike was cool as a joke.
Yo, he didn't move.
He didn't budge, because Mike, ain't the first time he probably had a gun.
But he didn't, it wasn't even like he was like, yo, chill. He was just like.
Yeah, then he brought the dude over and dude gave him a hug. It was a weird exchange. I was going to kill you, but now I'm hugging you. That just means I got issues on my own.
No, that dude had issues. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think, there's really people out there like that.
Yeah.
That just got guns on them.
And you trigger them.
Yeah, you can run into them on just a really bad day.
And it's a wrap.
And it's over.
So
Speaking of really bad days, so there was this girl on Twitter the other day. She tweeted that a cop had pulled her over. She was doing 100 and a 55, something crazy. She got pulled over, suspicion of drunk driving. But the cop and his partner had to get called somewhere else because there was somebody hurt, I guess, on the highway, something to that effect. They let the girl go. She ends up killing both cops and the person that was stuck on the highway because she was drunk driving. Like right after the same girl.
The same cops?
Yes.
Holy And she tweeted, I'm the best drunk driver.
That's one of her older tweets. Was like,
I'm one of the best drunk drivers. So let me get this right. They pulled her over.
Yeah.
And they was going to give her a ticket and this and that. But a more important call came in. They went there.
Yeah.
She got back in her car and killed them.
Yes.
That's
3 of them.
crazy. That's crazy. And now the rest of her life, I saw her mugshot.
Yeah.
The rest of her life it's just over.
Over.
In an instant. One of the things I would always tell Malcolm and all my children, it only takes one instance.
Yeah.
So always make wise decisions. I tell all my children that when they leave the house now. Honestly, where you going? Do me a favor, just make wise decisions. I can live with you making, but don't get caught in the car and your man got 3 guns and it just pop off because you're not going to be able to explain that.
Yeah.
So the company you keep, because it could take one instance, and no drinking and driving ever.
Yeah.
We don't play that. We don't play that around here. No drinking, driving. Don't be careless because you could wake up and it's over. You wake up, you in the jail, you don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
How many times has that happened?
Yeah, one of my friends, he said that he was just tired. He wasn't even drunk. He was tired, but if you know, like, the same effects. If you're, like, dead tired behind the wheel, it's the same effects. And he woke up on the other side of the road. Good thing it was late and nobody else was coming, but he was like, yeah, that's
my man Brock wound up in a tree. And he wasn't drunk. He was working a lot of late hours. And let me tell you, that highway at night, man, it all looks the same.
Yeah.
One time, me and wifey were going down south to see my mother, and I took the wheel first, and I popped one of them no-doses, and that car shifted. And when that car shifted one more time, she said, pull this bitch over. Let's not even play. Yeah. And all I needed was a half-hour rest, and because it only takes a second, that road started looking the same.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget Brock. Really good dude. He was one of the only guys in the neighborhood who was going for the corporate thing.
Oh, he died.
He died.
Oh.
Yeah, he wound up in a tree.
I'm thinking like he.
No. It was over for him, man. And so, you got to make wise decisions. That's what Uber was for. Do you know nationally that the drunk driving percentages has gone down since the invention of Uber?
I would assume so.
A lot of people don't know that, and that wasn't even one of the reasons they invented Uber.
Right.
That was a byproduct of that, because now you have a choice.
Yeah.
You can get
it's on your phone, bro.
You can get slizzed all you want. Just call an Uber.
Yeah.
And the Uber will get you home. You know what I mean? So that was a side effect of Uber, should I say. So just make wise decisions, because now them 2 police officers and a bystander, they're gone.
Yeah.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So to some ratchet news, if you guys remember in January, Tasha K lost her lawsuit against Cardi B.
Yes.
Right? And as a result, she had to pay $4 million. Court ordered her to pay $4 million.
That's a lot of bread.
In damages to Cardi B. Tasha K said, I ain't got it. Don't ask for it. I ain't got it. So now her team has formally filed for an appeal. This happened on March 17th. And it's because she said, I don't got the money to pay her that.
Right. Well, I would be very surprised if she did have that kind of money.
Yeah.
Now, I know Tasha K, she had 1 million subscribers, and she was doing well for herself. But $4 million is a lot of money.
To lose at one whop?
To lose at one whop. And so, the only thing she can do is appeal it.
Yeah.
And it's all dependent on how Cardi B wants to play it.
It looked like Cardi is going for it.
Because Cardi looks like, I just want to teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
Because the social media world has bled over into so-called real world. There are major social media influencers who, if you got a gossip channel. Side note, did you see Wendy? They're holding Wendy's money at Wells Fargo, and one of her business partners, they're not giving her access to her money.
I think it's based on
her. I think it's based on her mental state. They're saying.
Man.
I saw her ex-husband come on and say she needed 2 blood transfusions. So it's a lot going on with Wendy Williams as well. So
and that's her money. How can they do that?
I have no idea. When you get these managers, and if they can prove, I guess, if you're not mentally stable, that they become the guardian or custodian over your funds. And so let's keep an eye on that. Wells Fargo is always in the middle of some shit.
Yeah. Aren't they in the news right now because that guy who's...
No, they're in the news because they always decline
black people for mortgages.
Black people for mortgages.
Okay, that
over 50% rate
yeah.
of decline
Yeah.
with Wells Fargo when other people had a higher rate of approving black people for loans. So I don't want to put our business out there, but we need a new bank. Going to Wells. My $37. Bitch, put that shit in an envelope. I'm transferring to a new bank.
Yeah.
Walk across the street with my $37. Yeah. And get treated like a king. Welcome, Black Dot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've heard you guys.
Yeah, they're not gonna give you no loans. Black Dot.
Black Dot.
Type you in on YouTube. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
We're sorry. We're not even gonna take your $37.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Chug-a-lug. You ever play Chug-a-lug?
You asked me that like I want to say like 100 shows ago.
Chug-a-lug. The more you put down, the more you pick up.
I don't know which. I still don't know what you're talking about.
It's a dice game. It's a salt shaker thing that they empty out and they put these dice in. It's these numbers and bam, slam it down, and you could win money and you could lose money. Chug-a-lug. The more you put down, the more you pick up. That's a hood game.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. So, Taraji P. Henson, she has her own company, TPH Entertainment. They just signed an overall deal with BET Studios.
All right. Taraji, making moves.
And I'm going to read the quote from ShadowandAct.com.
Free World Boss, thank you.
Free World Boss, thank you guys. Thank you. From ShadowandAct.com, it says, this is the second paragraph, the first studio venture of its kind, BT Studios, is designed to, quote, supply the increased demand for premium content from black creators across an array of internal buyers, including Paramount Plus, Showtime, CBS, Nickelodeon, BET Plus, and BET, in addition to select third-party platforms. And then it goes on to say, we're incredibly excited to welcome Taraji and TPH Entertainment to BET Studios' growing portfolio of top black performers and industry leaders. So, this is dope because BET seems like they're kind of finding their footing when it comes to expanding their portfolio, when it comes to black entertainment, back to black entertainment, because Tyler Perry signed a deal with BET, if you remember, and his shows, I'm not gonna lie, they're terrible.
They're bad.
They're bad, right?
They're very bad.
They're bad. Yeah. However, he has his own entertainment company. He has his own studio, his own.
They said
film
he's building
studio.
his own airport in Atlanta.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
He's
probably to just fly into his shit. Because celebrities don't want to have to go through that big ass airport.
Yeah,
now you
gotta take the train.
The train over and shit and all that shit. It's fly into where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Taji P. Henson, this tells me that she's handling her business.
Yes.
That she's incorporating, she's coming with something to the table. So, you know.
But remember, we just talked about Anthony Mackie and him buying all those acres of land in New Orleans for his own movie studio. So it seems like people are starting to get the game that's, that they need to play in order to own their creative rights and to order to create their own empires on their own. And
they have more leverage now because this YouTube shit has changed the game.
Right.
You got people who have YouTube series now. And then they have more leverage. You don't have to go out to Hollywood and play that game anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I told people that what Tyler Perry was doing was revolutionary. Not for him because I'm not into personality worship, but the foundation of being able to make movies somewhere other than Hollywood. Hollywood took a blow from that. Don't think they didn't. Because they like to run you and funnel you through there so they can fix the budget and do all these things and hide the money, and it is what it is. So big up.
Yeah, somebody asked, where's Dame? I hope because Dame has Dame Dash Studios. They have a partnership with, what was that? That channel, Fox Soul.
Yes.
They have a deal with Fox Soul where we reported on. And I actually caught one of his movies on TV. Like, I actually caught one of it. It wasn't very good, but it was on there, like on live TV. It was there,
and
which is dope. So he's taking steps. There might be different steps, but he's taking steps to try to get something and get his content on, the right channels and stuff like that.
Let me say something about the bad movies when you're first starting out.
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be bad.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
go back to our first episodes here. Right? So I think the more movies he makes and the more power he relinquishes to young upcoming writers, the quality of the movies will be better.
I'm tired of the drug dealing story.
Yeah, I'm just tired of that story.
I'm tired. Yeah.
Just come on, there's got to be more.
He's doing Paid in Full 2 right now
Yes.
from the perspective of the corner boy, and I'm just like, I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah, that's a bit
There's
much.
only so many ways you can flip crack and make it look smart, man. I'm sorry.
It's only so many ways. But your man Pusha T gonna demonstrate.
I'm
you
gonna listen to that
with another album.
I'm gonna listen to that.
He gonna demonstrate to you with another album, another way to push crack. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna listen to that. Side note, I don't know if you guys have been watching the Power, the Tommy one, Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did something a little different. They introduced like a whole new drug, right? It's a completely fictional drug. Like they were doing coke.
Okay.
But then they introduced a whole new drug, and I think that's the smart. Like that was probably the most because you can kind of introduce like a different high, like a different set of reaction,
set of
effects, and
Right.
the way. So I think that was the only clever thing. And I follow this dude on Facebook. I want to shout him out, forget his name, but he does like he goes into like the symbology and things like that, numerology and stuff like that. And he said, and because the drug is black. It's not white like coke, it's black. And he said that signifies melanin. And he went in. I gotta get his name. We actually gotta get him on the show because he be going in on Facebook.
Okay.
He has his own
Okay.
Patreon following and stuff like
Okay.
that.
All
If
right.
you're listening, I gotta get. But yeah, it was very interesting.
Another side note: Jay Prince has been trying to gather up everybody to boycott the Grammys because of what they're doing to Kanye West. They're trying to blackball Kanye West, and we don't need the Grammys, and so I'm hoping that Jay-Z and all of the bigwigs get behind this because we now have the leverage. The last time we boycotted, I think Jay-Z was the winner, and they didn't go because they wasn't allowing performances. This was 96 or something. So, but we didn't have a lot of leverage then. We now have a lot of leverage. With no hip-hop acts performing or showing up, the energy is going to be different because we bring the swag. We bring, that sauce to what it is. So I'm hoping that Jay Prince can gather up the right brothers and sisters to take a stand because it's going to be time to take a stand.
Yeah.
Whether you like Kanye or not, you just can't. They can't make him a scapegoat, for some fucking chick who's been divorced 3 times already, and make him seem like he's the damn problem or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm really tired of it.
Like I said, I've been tired of that, and I hope. Because I think Jay-Z and Beyonce hold a Grammys party, or it's an Oscar party. It's one of the they hold
It's
like
a Grammys
this,
party.
It's a Grammys party.
That's
they hold,
when all the elite.
and I think they
excellence.
still having it, and people are upset at Jay-Z and Beyonce. They kind of getting at him like, yo, we need to stand in solidarity with the rest of us,
right?
So we can,
that's
have an
a whole
effective
different pay grade, and a whole different.
Because I'm tired of every year these award shows coming at the Oscars, the Golden Globe, and we just still complain about the lack of representation in it. Like it happens every year.
Yeah.
Like it happens every year. So it's we either create something of our own, and that's what the BET was supposed to be, and it was that for a while.
For a while, it held some weight.
It did. It
Yep,
did.
yep.
I remember watching. I forgot what episode of Cribs, and they were talking about, these are my BET awards. Like they had them all listed.
Yes.
And now it's like people don't even go. People but they'll go to the Grammys. They'll show up in the tux in the Grammys. They make sure they're on their best behavior for the Grammys.
Yes.
So
you can't have it both ways.
I am with Jay Prince on that. Might not be with him on everything.
No, Malcolm.
I'm with him on that.
Wait a minute, Malcolm. What do you mean not with me on everything, Malcolm?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I like you, Malcolm. I see you got your little muscles and all of that. Yeah.
You talking about my muscles?
I
big?
know,
Come on, man.
I know.
I'm uncomfortable now.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I'm uncomfortable now. I'm talking about my. Come on,
You know, I just.
Let's take some questions, y'all.
I know what route you take. I wouldn't want you
Let's
to
take some questions, y'all.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
What's wrong with you?
Was that gay?
Yeah, it was. Pause.
Okay, pause.
Yeah, so I heard this article. I heard something about Apple trying to make the iPhone a subscription.
I told y'all last year They putting their own satellites up where everything, because they're already providing the software, the hardware. Why not provide the software? Why not provide the internet service so you don't have to go to Verizon with your Apple phone? They're going to have it all built in-house. It's going to be called, I forget what I was told, Apple Space or something.
Well, this is about the actual hardware subscription.
No, but what I mean is, so your internet service, your phone service is going to come through Apple.
Yeah.
It's got to happen through satellites.
Yeah, but that's not what this article is about.
What the fuck is the article about?
Selling that. See, this is what happens.
Selling the subscription.
iPhone subscription, like you have to pay a note on your iPhone.
Oh, but without internet.
I think they're bundling everything, like Apple TV, Apple Plus, Apple Fitness.
But Apple Internet.
They didn't announce that yet.
AppleNet.
They didn't.
AppleNet. Let's pick up AppleNet. That's probably not the name of it. You can't sell me a subscription and don't take care of all of my needs.
But yeah, not yet. Tesla got something. They have what was it called?
Skynet.
Not Skynet. That's Terminator.
Oh, that's the Terminator movie?
That's Terminator movie. But Tesla has something where, I remember the people in Ukraine were like saying, like, yo, we need internet, and Elon Musk said, I got it. And I was like,
he
whoa.
just moved a couple satellites over.
Yeah, he did something. He pressed it,
Yeah.
So I don't know about that. But what's happening? Is anything right now happening in the Ukraine right now? Oh, the Ukraine, one of the Ukrainian military, he said something about like not ruling out nuclear warfare if Russia is pushed to that point and people are losing it. So, Starlink, thank you.
Starlink. I swear.
Thank you, guys.
This goddamn chat is the shit.
Thank you, guys. Starlink, yes. But yeah, so people are are worried about Russia's stance on nuclear warfare right now. North Korea actually just tested one of their bombs, and they said like they're getting prepared to go at
sure,
long-term confrontation with the United States.
Son, the Anunnaki are not going to let all that happen.
Okay.
This whole nuclear kills everybody, dude.
Okay.
We're all not going to die.
Gotcha.
I know these white people got these bunkers underground.
And thank you to the mods.
Where they could survive and all that old shit.
Thank you to the mods.
We had some weirdos.
Yeah,
in
we
there?
had some weirdos in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, but no, you don't want the whole world to go.
I agree. I spoke about that earlier. About Biden allowing 100,000 Ukrainian refugees into the country.
We spoke about that. Yeah.
And things like that. It's what else can you expect from them at this point?
He mentioned the New World Order too.
He did.
I heard your boy Biden is starting to feel himself.
He did.
He
Yes.
mentioned the New World Order.
He even said something fly because right now he's at the NATO retreat, something like that, and he said something about like, yo, if I get the same opponent that I ran against before, that's gonna be a good thing in 2024.
Wow.
Right.
You're talking.
Right.
Greasy.
And I heard, I'm not sure if this is true, I think I read somewhere that Trump is actually suing Hillary Clinton and a bunch of other Democrats for actively going out their way to rig the election that happened in 2020.
Oh, we doing that again?
I mean, I don't know I don't know if this is to get off, because he has a lot of legal issues that's happening right now too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's making these kind of splashes to try to subvert attention away from those things that are happening, because and remember on internet and things like that, even in the Department of Justice, if you talk about the election being rigged, like they'll take you off. Like Like
facts.
if you say that's what happened, like they'll
Lady DJ,
try to,
thank you.
They'll try to displatform you and say you're a domestic terrorist and stuff like that. We spoke about Hunter Biden's laptop, which they confirmed.
Yes.
All these people are going back. They're not even, they're actually doubling down. There's people who are just completely ignoring the question when they ask about it, or they just doubling down like, nah, it was right for the time that I was, just giving the information that was given to me.
At the time, yeah. I did not listen to the new Fife album yet. Probably this weekend.
He has a new, what?
Was supposed to, it's his
Posthumous?
last, solo album, the very first solo album.
Right.
I'm so used to him rocking with Tribe.
Right.
So this is his solo album, and I definitely will give it a listen.
Okay.
Over the weekend when I'm relaxing. So yes.
Okay. With that being said, guys, let's take some couple more questions and we up out of here. We can.
Yeah, they didn't say anything when the U.S. was They never say anything when the U.S. is dropping nukes.
Bro, listen. They came out and formally called Vladimir Putin a war criminal. Right now, them was just fighting words.
Those are.
Them was just fighting words. So like to come out and say that. You have to be prepared to what comes with that. Now, it's just funny about war criminals calling other people war criminals.
Yeah, the pot calling the kettle black.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
It is
like
crazy.
Literally, like we lived through the Iraqi war. Like we lived through that. Like we had really no real rhyme or reason to be there. All those people getting killed, people getting hit with drone strikes in Yemen, and all these places, all these things that we were involved in, but we don't call ourselves war criminals, and we don't see this. So
the audacity.
It is
of America.
And thank you, Jay Nightmare, for getting the people out the building.
Appreciate you.
Let's take a couple more questions, and then we out, man.
Yeah.
No after show tonight, guys. To the members, we sorry. We sorry, but we got stuff to do.
The insurance
like really early in the morning.
Thought you see when Biden.
Also, don't forget the membership is $5. So if we have over 50 after shows in there, it's a lot of after shows, which are damn near extra podcasts.
Yeah, that's 50 after shows. That's a lot of.
So you can catch up on it.
Is my old lectures in there?
Not yet.
Come on, man. Put the old lectures in there from the 90s and shit, 2000s.
I will put them in there. I think it was in there. No, they're not. I'll put them in there.
When am I going to give one of them enlightening courses? I'm probably going to do it soon.
All right. And with that being said, don't forget to visit urbanx.nyc/family. Don't forget to visit shopurbanx.com to get some of this dope merch.
Coach Wayne, I don't remember episode 86, 87. You ask me, I don't have that kind of memory. Yeah. I don't remember what I did 2 days ago, bro.
Did we talk? We've been talking about the food shortages. I think this is what I think is about to happen. Biden came out and actually said something about food shortages and it's going to get real, something like that. I saw the entire video. He was talking about Africa and the Middle East. However, also, he said that if the Russians use chemical warfare when they're doing, that America is going to respond somehow.
Ooh.
Now, I think.
Okay, this is Malcolm.
I think a false flag is coming, and they're just kind of prepping everybody. They're talking about chemical warfare. Then there's people using revisionist history and saying Hitler never even used chemical warfare, but y'all tell us every year
that he did.
That he used gas chambers and stuff like that. That's chemical warfare, right? So it's a lot of stuff that's happening. So just pay attention to that. No after show tonight, Carlos, because he got to be up early.
4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. We'll be back though Monday. We
will be back.
And yeah, we spoke about Biden saying that a cyber attack is coming. We spoke about that on Monday. We do 2 shows, y'all.
Yeah, we still have the Urban Extras channel, but we haven't done any skits lately.
Those are coming.
Those are coming, though.
Those are coming.
Yeah.
And with that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We love you. We appreciate you. If you're listening right now, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, don't forget to leave us a rating and comment. We would appreciate it.
Yes.
And with that being said, you guys, peace. Enjoy your weekend.
Peace. Thank you for all the donations.
Facts.